This video, we will be talking about the backwards roll. So just some prerequisite for the backwards roll that was just shown. Here's two little things you can do for even going into the skill. First thing is Bella, hop over here. We'll do our tuck and roll. Just squat down, grab your knees, and then rock and roll like an egg 3 times, right? So just making sure that we can rock, and maybe even on the third one, get up to your feet. Ready? Roll, reach, and stand up. And so just making sure we're tight and we're not just opening up on any of those rock and rolls, if you will. And so that's one thing you can do. Like after your warm up, you have your athletes bridge up, have them rock and roll. And that's, they're warming up their forward roll, backwards roll, engaging, their little egg position. Over here, the second thing you can do, we go arms up here. And so this is our candlestick stand up. This is good for so many different things, just working the stand up of the skill and the, a little bit of a backwards roll there. And so you can do like a little bit of a tucked candlestick. So you can give me like a tuck one, tuck and roll, reach and stand up. Or a regular candlestick. Let's do a regular one with the toes up. So we're looking for a good lift here, then a good reach and lift. That's really good for athletes who are just dropping their hands. And same thing that I've said before, you can have them reach for your hands. So ready, arms up, one more, go for it. So candlestick, and then Bella's going to reach, hands, and stand up, just so you give them a target. So those two things are two little drills you can do even before doing a backwards roll. The wedge mat. Okay, this is the best mat for your forward rolls, backwards rolls. I'm sure you guys already know that. So with a backwards roll, I have my athlete sit right here on the end. So Bella's gonna sit, hands on shoulders, ready to go. Sometimes if I see my athlete struggling to push, I'll have them, and also make sure their elbows are tight here, but I'll put my hands on their hands. Bella, push up, push, 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 just to make sure that they know when their hands hit the mat there, that they push up. So Bella's gonna look at her tummy there and roll, hands at the mat, push off her hands, stand up on her feet, easy peasy. And so the biggest thing is just making sure that those feet go over their head. It's like a really awkward push up there once their hands hit the cheese mat. And it's not too difficult of a skill since I have the decline here. And so when they're going to spot it, I'm ready, go for it. You can wait till they roll, yep, ready, go, and you can spot the hips there. Oh, and belly went up, that's okay. And so I'm just kind of waiting to catch the hips, ready and roll, catch the hips, help her stand up. You can grab an arm if they're about to fall back. And spot up and grab the arm. There you go. Let's say you're on your rec floor, you can do this if the athletes have it on that wedge mat there. You can have them do 1 and 1. So Bella backwards roll, push off your hands, legs are tucked, stand up, and then she can take a step back onto the floor, and then same thing, standing, sit, roll, then stand up. Perfect. Anytime you're teaching a backwards roll on the floor, always have your athletes stand up. You never want to have them just sit on their bottom here with their hands. Always have your athletes stand up, sit, then roll. So ready, Bella? Hands on shoulders, ready, sit and squat. Help them push over, stand right up, easy peasy. A lot of the time, your athletes will just struggle with actually pushing on their hands. Sometimes they'll move their neck in a weird spot, and so you want to be careful with things like that. Just always tell them to look down in their stomach. And if you see a lot of form errors, that's where to send them back to the cheese mat, have them practice going to that, maybe a push-up position instead, or have them do pushes from the side. Leg lifts are really good for this just because when you're rolling, you are pulling your toes over your head. Rotation happens at the hips, and that's important for just knowing how to flip. And so pull your toes all the way over, right? And so look, the hips are coming up and she's already flipping. Understanding that will help you with your backwards roll knowledge. And just one more thing, this is good for core, and that's what you're using to pull your feet over and lifting your hips over your head. You can do specifically a tucked leg lift. And so we're gonna pull, ready, knees up, lift the hips up and back down. And that should be pretty easy for most of your athletes. If not, then they need to work out more, and that's probably why they're having trouble staying tight in the rolls. And if that's too easy, you can toes to mat. There you go, toes there, and then they can go slow on the way down. Or even you can go, let's go candlestick up, and then tap the mat, candlestick back up, and then go slow on the way back down. And it helps to have hands underneath the mat so then they're not lifting up their shoulders off the ground. But yeah, that should be it for our backwards rolls. Keep it nice and easy. Tell them to go back to the wedge mat if you're seeing a lot of form errors. Or again, look out for strength or seeing where their neck is. Oh, extra thing, look out for hands. If you don't want their hands going like this. Sometimes I will see athletes do a backwards roll and their arm like slips out really funny. And so just have them start with elbows tight, and that should be about all your backwards roll problems.